Well, it's just been a good afternoon or what? We are so fortunate to live in Canada and live in this city. I just hope you realize how fortunate we are. And this is a good day for me, too, I'll tell you that. Darryl, congratulations, buddy, in being inducted. If there was other worthy inductee, it is you. The way you've lived your life and obviously the way you played the game of hockey. But you know something? We have loved the Sittlers. Loved them. Straight out loved them. And you know why? In 1972, we had a series against the Russians. There was 4 games in Canada, and then we had to go back to Moscow for 10 days to play over there. And we had 3 little children. The youngest one was still in diapers, and we had to find someone to come into our house and take care of our kids if Eleanor could come. And you know, it's known I'm a high-maintenance husband, okay? You just need to know that. I do not do well with her, and I would have been petrified to go. And you know something? Darryl and Wendy had only been married for a year or so, and they came and they says, Paul, we will come and we will babysit your kids for you so Eleanor can go. Does that tell you anything about them right there? Unbelievable. Yeah. So we love you, buddy. We really, really do. And the best thing about it is, Eleanor is just so terrific. She put together a whole suitcase of food. I mean, chocolates and cookies, and the people were coming around our room begging for food after about 3 days. The food over there was terrible, and I would not have survived without the peanut butter and jam that she brought. You could eat their bread, but not much else. And so, I've always said, you should have gotten an assist on that goal of mine. You know, we are a little different in our careers. Obviously, 5 goals or 6 goals and 4 assists in 1 game. If I did that in a month, I would be really happy about that. And you know, the goal he scored against in '76, the Canada Cup, in overtime against the Czechs, that was one of the most beautiful goals I've ever seen in my life. He come down, faked the slap shot. The goaltender was 20 feet out of the net. He waltzed around and put it in the empty net. I mean, it's beautiful to watch. We've been watching that garbage goal of mine for... Anyway. Not great. But you know, I was with the Leafs when Darryl turned pro, and I'll tell you what. He became the hockey player that he became, the leader, because of his hard work and dedication to the game. It did not come easy. He paid the tremendous price. But I would suggest to you, there's 2 people that I think was probably the heart and team of the Maple Leaf teams over the years that I've been around. The first one would have been Johnny Bower. I really believe Johnny Bower was the heart and soul. And I really believe this guy over there, he was the heart and soul of the team when he captained. And I would suggest to you that if we'd had any kind of other management, they would have won the Stanley Cup under his direction. You know, but the neat thing about Darryl is what he has done with his life after the game of hockey. He has been an ambassador across this country for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he has done so much for so many charities, and especially for cancer. Obviously, Wendy, his wife, died of cancer, but he has done so much, and I've still got cancer today, and I'm hoping, Darryl, that they find a cure sometime before I pass on here. And so, you know, it's how many of you in this room Darryl Sittler was one of your favorite hockey players? That gives you an idea, buddy. Everywhere I go. And you know, it's really funny. People come up to me all the time and says, you know, Darryl, that was a great game you scored. And Darryl gets it. Hey, Darryl, that was a great goal you scored in 1972. But that's starting to change a little bit because I'm getting a little long in the tooth now. But it's amazing how many people, maybe because of the hair, thought we were the same people. But anyway, you've really done so much with your life, Darryl, and you've helped so many people. And you've handled yourself with so much class in every situation. and that Ballard situation, how you've handled yourself with so much class over the years. You were a treat. You're a credit to our country, and definitely an honorary member here. But, you know, when I was introduced here, Ron gave Ronnie Ellis 8 minutes to introduce me. Because he said, Paul, we've only got the only thing he ever did was score 1 goal, okay? So Ron comes to me and he says, Paul, he says, you know, you've only got 10 minutes, or you've only got 2 minutes to introduce Darryl because we got a film selection here it's going to last 2 hours, so please don't take too long. So I'm going to get out of here and we're going to watch some of the feats that Darryl Sittler did over his career. Thank you.